Hey everybody, welcome to a very special Big Brother 19 show with Megan. Oh my god, we are so happy to have Megan here to be answering your questions. Of course, we're going to talk Big Brother and spoilers as well, so just be prepared for that. I'll say spoilers if you're watching if you're watching tonight, because I think everything we'll talk about will be current after tonight. So it might be a little spoilerly. I'll let you guys know when we get to that point. Now, other things to let you guys know super quickly. If you want to see any of our shows back, you can check them out at yourrealityrecaps.com/bb19. Everything is over there. All of our past season or past interviews with house guests from past seasons too. Of course, if you guys don't have the feed yet, help support our shows. Get them from yourrealityrecaps.com/bb19 feeds, or if you want 24/7 live feed updates, check out at bb19 live feed over on Twitter. And lastly, if you guys want to watch us do these shows live, head over to yourrealityrecaps.com/younow and become a fan over there to participate in the chat room and watch the shows live. And then I swear we're done, yourrealityrecaps.com/patron. Become a patron. Best way to support our shows. We do after shows now in the patron group. We will be having Megan on for our after show after Big Brother. But of course, you also get access to the patron-only Facebook group, prize giveaways for patrons, weekly shows, and it's what keeps our shows up and running. Or you do one-time donation at yourrealityrecaps.com/PayPal. That being said, shut up, Eric, already, and bring on who we want to hear from. It's Megan! Hi, Megan!
Hey!
How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
First of all, I love your hair, and I realize now it's blue. Are we saying it's blue?
It's like a teal with some purple, and they did like some gray teal stuff at the top, and
Was it ever gray, or am I just blind? Like,
it was very gray.
Oh, so it was gray for those promo. Okay, I like the teal better.
I do too. They asked me. I probably can't talk about that.
Yeah, you probably can't. You probably can't. We should err on the side of not.
Yeah,
but
maybe on the after show.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. On the after show, it's private, so we can say whatever we want. Yeah, become patron. Okay, but wait. I have good stuff for people watching live now as well. I should also say the #1 fan is going to get Megan's autograph, and she has a little something special as well, maybe.
Yeah.
A little bonus, are we leaving it as a surprise what the bonus is?
I will say it'll be something from my military days.
Okay, we'll leave it as a surprise, but you're definitely getting an autograph and another little bonus surprise for the #1 fan. And of course, spread the word. Let people know that we're live right now. Square, megaphone, up arrow. Tell everyone we're live and become a fan if you're watching here on You Now. Now, Megan.
Yes.
I feel like we should not at all bury the lead. We need to get right to what is most important and what I think everybody that is tuning in right now wants to hear, what you have to say about. And it is, seriously, is Mark's head too small for his body? Because I can't get past it. It's like he has a shrunken head. I don't understand what happened to his head. It looks like a miniature, like he's hot everywhere else except his little tiny man head. What's going on?
Oh my god, we actually were calling him Johnny Bravo in the house until we got in trouble for it.
It's weird. I don't get it. It's like a little mini shrunken head.
I don't either. He's so big and like buff, and he's got all these muscles, and then his head's just kind of...
I feel like he found one of those magic lamps and he got the 3 wishes and the genie tricked him. And was like, yeah, yes, probably. You can have the big muscle body, but a tiny head.
Or maybe he got cursed by one of those shrunken head dolls. Who knows?
True. Who does know? We don't. but I'll find out when he gets off. All right, seriously, I mean, we do want to talk a little bit about your time on the show. To start off, we're going to talk, get your opinion on your housemates, because I think a lot of people want to know what you think of the people in the house. We have late breaking news on the Christmas situation that we'll get to. We'll do that kind of at the end in case people consider that spoilers or not. I'm not sure. But now let's go back, because I think a lot of people that are fans of our show know that we do a lot for mental health awareness. We've had Christine on to talk depression and all things like that. So going back to the last episode that we saw with you, I felt that was really hard to watch, because I think a lot of fans were very much like, she's a quitter and she took somebody's spot and, you know, it's not fair. But watching the episode, like, we really felt for you, or I should say I really felt for you. I know a lot of our audience really felt for you. I mean, what was it like going through that at the time?
I lost 8 pounds while I was on that show for my 8 days. So I wasn't eating. I was getting very, very physically ill. I was throwing up. I had it coming out of both ends.
I hear you.
And it was terrible. My anxiety was just on an unbelievable level. I was getting ill.
Yeah, I mean, and it goes back to, like, you're saying it is PTSD, like post-traumatic stress,
yes,
from an earlier incident that, you know, happened to you. So, I mean, before the show started, did you feel like this was an experience that you could do? Like, how familiar were you with Big Brother? I guess we'll start there.
I'm a Big Brother super fan. I've been watching the show for years.
Right.
But I haven't had an incident in a year and a half with my PTSD. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm fine. I'm good. I'll be great. And you never know what's going to trigger you or what's going to happen with mental illness. It's unpredictable.
It is very unpredictable. See, I always thought the same thing. Like, I always wanted to play Big Brother, but I always felt like it would be too claustrophobic. Like, not ever being able to, like, leave when you wanted to would be kind of too much to handle. But do you feel like, I'm trying to see how to word it in the loosest, broadest of terms, do you feel like they prepared you for it ahead of time? Like, what the experience would be like? Or do you feel like they maybe didn't do a good job of preparing you?
I don't think there's anything they can do to prepare you. You don't understand what it's like in that house until you've been in that house. And so many past house guests have reached out to me going like, oh my God, don't worry about what anyone says. Like, you don't know until you've been in there. And I understand. So, I mean, it's crazy. You think everyone's out to get you and you get paranoid. And, I mean, it was a great experience. But
let's talk about something else that was, like, I'll say broke my heart when we were watching this episode, and it was the whole entire Jessica, Panda, Pow Pow incident. I completely believe that you misheard it. That's what I'm not saying I'm not going to go with that you didn't mishear it. I'm just saying, if I was going to play conspiracy theorist, I would say maybe you heard correctly, and that maybe you did hear correctly. Is my conspiracy theory.
I haven't watched the show yet. I haven't been able to bring myself to do it. I've been asking my sister questions because she has watched it.
Okay.
And she told me that they subtitled it in Pow Pow. But obviously, since they subtitled it, she was whispering. I heard Panda, but it could have just as well been Pow Pow. They do sound similar. But yeah, I think it was just a horrible misunderstanding in the end. And it would be a terrible game move even on my part to even lie about that.
Yeah.
She already didn't like Jessica. It wasn't going to help me any.
Right. Exactly. And I mean, I think you can tell when you're watching someone if they're being honest or not. I mean, just to me, it was so obvious that you were being honest and that's what you heard and you were repeating what you heard. And it is a game. it's hard for me to sometimes believe an edit just because I feel like, I think back to BB15 since you're a super
Oh
fan,
God,
and
yeah.
I know they want no connection to anything BB15 related, so that's real convenient to be like, oh, pow pow.
Yeah.
That's what it was. So I don't know.
And
That's just me.
now she's calling Dominique Devon, which,
Exactly.
yeah.
So, I mean, who knows? We won't know, I don't think, but I see for a majority of the chat room, and I know for myself too, I believe that that's what you heard, and I would have repeated it, you know, as well. I see a lot of people asking, do you wish that you had time to talk to the house guests before you left, or do you feel no? Like, looking back now, do you wish you would have had time to explain it to them yourself?
Um, I wish I would have, but I know when everyone leaves the house and they kind of see what happened outside, I'm pretty sure they'll be very understanding. So, and I look forward to having that conversation with them, finale night or something.
I don't know if Cody is going to be understanding. He might consider you talking about it a victim noise.
Oh God, those victim noises.
What? I can't with it. I can't. I can't and I won't.
I can't either. I have lots of Marine friends, and I've never met anyone behaving like him. What's funny though is we actually tried to look him up because military can look up military databases and stuff and steal all their information. We actually couldn't find him on any military database, which I thought was a little weird, but we'll find him eventually.
What I want to say, but I won't. Maybe he's a little crazy. Maybe he has multiple personalities. Maybe he does.
He's definitely an interesting character. They did good casting him.
Okay. It's like slow torture listening to that one talk.
Oh,
I'm
God.
just like, please. And the summer of showmances,
Oh,
they're trying to
God.
like force down our throat. Just stop it already.
Can we just see more Kevin? Just more Kevin,
Just
please.
thank you, Megan. More Kevin. Did you watch Big Brother Canada?
Yes. Oh my God. When I got to meet Ica, I like fangirled out. It was almost as bad as when I fangirled over seeing Jeff.
Okay, but Jeff?
I know.
I'm with you on Ica, but Jeff?
He's just a beautiful man. Come on.
Do you think that then Matt is another silver fox?
Ooh, as soon as I saw Matt in that house, I was just like, God damn, God damn, God damn.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. I'm liking Matt way more than Mark these days.
Yeah. Oh,
way
yeah.
more. All right, and we're gonna get into that because I want to know what you think about a lot of your house guests. But let's wrap this part up. Do you feel maybe Jessica should have said it was Pow Pow? That she was saying and not Panda, so it didn't make it look like you made it up completely, like to everybody. The way Jessica kind of didn't really explain it to anyone to keep making you be under fire for it.
As a game move, I think it was brilliant. As a human being and what I endured a lot in that house, it was kind of shitty. But
Yeah.
am I allowed to swear?
Oh, you can fucking swear all you want.
Okay, good. I felt like I had to ask that constantly when I was doing like interview day. Am I allowed to swear?
Oh no, we have Karen on here now. Karen's almost becoming a Karen from Big Brother Canada. So now that's just like, the F-bombs are just a staple around here now. Not safe for work, everyone. Was it shocking to you that Paul returned, or was it shocking that he was the only one to return? Like, did you think that you'd be playing with more house guests? Returning
Actually,
players.
as soon as I walked in the house, I did what every super fan does, and I counted the plates. And I was like, there's 16 plates, there's 16 of us. Hell yeah. As a fan, I've been dying for an all newbie season.
Mm-hmm.
And then it wasn't.
Now, it wasn't, but do you feel like this cast has the ability to bond together to get Paul out? I mean, granted, we know he is now safe for 3 weeks, but I don't think that should have been a surprise to anybody.
Yeah, no.
Do you think they're going to go right after him the second his safety is over? Or do you think they're going to be able to do you think he's going to be able to hold on longer with everyone?
What's actually really funny that you brought that up, I did warn Cody that they were going to do something to protect Paul, and he should be careful if he was thinking about backdooring him or anything. And I guess he didn't heed my warning. But no, the brilliance of Paul is his social game. He has one of the best social games we have ever seen in Big Brother, and it's natural. It's not anything he does, it's just
Right.
who he is. And I think he's going to be fine. He's doing really, really well bonding with the house guests. Everyone loves him. He cooked burgers for all of us like the first day he was there, and they were amazing burgers. Like one of the most delicious burgers I've ever eaten.
Paul is amazing with his social game. He has a phenomenal social game. But I personally feel, and now I know that you haven't watched anything back yet, I feel though he is playing it the same way he played it last go round, which someone like you as a super fan knows he is already just trying to play people off of each other and play different sides. And like Cody figured out exactly what his plan is. Cody called him out on his plan. He's like, all you're doing is going to each person and ramping up their paranoia. That's why, you know. Okay, spoiler alert. There's no way we're not going to be able to talk spoilers on this show, everybody. That's why he wants to backdoor him. Or put him up.
What's really funny is I knew that's how Paul liked to play, so I was actually feeding him misinformation, trying to use him to my advantage. And they didn't actually show any of that according to my sister, but I was telling him stuff that other people were saying, trying to be like, get him to spread it throughout the house, because I know that's what he does.
That is what he does. That's very smart. Oh, this is, I mean, I don't mean to be insensitive when I say it. This is breaking my heart. We needed you in there, Megan. We needed somebody that knew all this stuff. I mean, brilliant. Obviously, they were going to keep him safe. Every time they have returning players, there's some twist to keep them safe for several weeks. So that, I mean, 100% it was obvious that something like that was going to happen. But I think Cody doesn't get it. I mean, as someone who's not familiar with the game, dare I say, recruit, he has no clue. He has no clue what's going on in that house at all. Who are you rooting for at this moment? That was kind of one of our number one questions for you. If you had to pick somebody to go all the way, or you could even pick like more than one person if you want, who are you rooting for?
Can I give you my dream final three?
Yes, go.
Dominique, Christmas, and Kevin. If I could pick a final three, that would be it.
Dominique, Christmas, and Kevin. I'm totally with you on Christmas. I'm totally with you on Kevin. And Dominique, I would love there. I don't know if she could definitely make it there, but I go back and forth. Like, it's all so new on the feeds. I mean, oh my God, we have already lost you and Cameron. And now I'll just say, since we're throwing in spoilers, people might already know that Christmas got hurt earlier in the week. She just came back into the house right now, and as it turns out, her foot is broken.
Two toes, right? Two toes are broken?
Two toes are broken, and Big Brother is giving her the choice. Does she want to continue in the game or leave the game? I mean, we're at jury, Megan.
Yeah, pretty much.
We're at jury. We're at jury, and we're a week into this game.
It's been so crazy. Like, and I think it's weird. Like, when I was in the house, I was pretty sure if I didn't win that veto, I was going to go. The lines had been drawn. But since I left, it completely changed everything going on in the game. It's insane. Like, it's almost like me leaving made the game a little bit better.
I mean, not for you, it didn't make it better. But I mean, the drama of it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, regardless of anything, being a Big Brother super fan, I feel like you are going to be someone that goes down in the history of Big Brother, not necessarily because you decided to leave, but you have one of the biggest, like, oh my God, the feeds went on, and then somebody happened to notice your picture was black and white, and then Twitter lost their mind.
I was trending on Twitter. Like, I literally, because my Facebook is personal. I haven't added, like, any Big Brother anything to my Facebook, and I was literally, like, freaking out to my friends. I was trending on Twitter 4 days ago. This still weirds me out.
Yeah, it was Great for us, probably not so great for you.
I was actually walking around with like a baseball cap to like cover my hair and sunglasses on. Like if you
Hmm.
see someone in public that might have blue hair with a baseball cap on, it actually might be me.
Do you at all, I know CG Galerin, and I do see a lot of people asking the question, do you at all regret leaving? I know that's a hard thing to say because I don't know how you would have been able to stay when you know what it was like for you, but is there any part of you that, I don't know, regrets it?
For my mental health reasons, 100%, I don't. I'm glad I left. But as a player and as a fan, oh yeah, I wish that by some miracle or whatever that I could have stayed. But I know for my own health reasons, I did the right thing. I mean, I lost 8 pounds in a week.
Right. Well, oh, I can't even imagine what that experience would be like. Is this something that, I mean, I know obviously you're here and you're talking about it. I know you've done other things where you're talking about it, but is this something that you want to use to help other people that might have similar problems, or is this something that you kind of want to say, I just want to move on and away from it for now type of a deal?
I've actually been trying to do a lot of advocacy. I actually had a lady message me that she was assaulted as well. And she had never told anyone before. I was the first person she had ever told. And we had this super emotional conversation. Like, and this was over Twitter direct message. Like, I was in
Hmm.
tears talking to this lady. And like, I was trying to point her in the right direction of where to get help and who she can talk to privately without anyone knowing her name anonymously. And if anyone is looking for a number that is pinned on my Twitter, you can look it up. I think it's 1-800-846-HOPE. You
Yep.
can call that, and it's completely private, confidential, and you can kind of just talk to someone about what happened with you.
We're going to put that below this video as well. We will put that link there. And I think that's great because I think all situations like this that unfortunately aren't great, they also give you the opportunity to really help and change other people's lives. And sometimes that can be the most healing thing for any of us to go through. Because I think I think it was very brave of you to know that you had this issue that you were dealing with and still push yourself to go and be on the show. Because I know for me, I couldn't, I don't think, push myself to go and be on that show, knowing it would probably end exactly how it ended for you. And I just hope that there are a lot of people that do love and support you just for that small time that we got to see you. Like, I see tons of in the chat room right now, people just saying, love, love, love you. Keep Love it. Della G says, brave indeed. I know I couldn't. I don't know how. She doesn't know how you got through it, but she's glad that you did. Megan, Draywin Legend, or Dr. Ewin Legend, something with Legend and Greg, or maybe not, I don't know, wants to know, have you tried Raven's food?
It's really plain. She doesn't use a lot of spices and stuff, though she did make this amazing dessert slop, and that was incredible. It tasted like chocolate chip cinnamon cookies. It was so good. I recommend her slop, maybe not the rest.
Oh, now wait a minute. Was it Dre Big Brother Canada? Now I'm being told, was that Dre Big Brother? That was a Dre Big Brother Canada question? Maybe, I think, I don't know. I'm going to move on from that one. Who would you have worked with if you have stayed in the house?
Well, me, Alex, and Ramses and Jillian already had something going, and before Josh's blow up, we were actually talking about bringing him into us. And then that happened, and we couldn't really. We were also trying to get Jason in,
Mm-hmm.
and I really wanted to work with Christmas. That's why that first night I rallied all the girls to save Jillian and Christmas because I really wanted to work with her. She's a beast. And I thought she would be amazing. And it turns out a bunch of the house guests were scared of me and her working together. So
Do you, I mean, how do I put this? Is Josh really as interesting as
that was a really nice way to put it.
as he's seen? Well, here we are all being compassionate about mental illness, and then I seem like a hypocrite to be like, is Josh batshit crazy? Because he seems off his fucking rocker.
I think he just got super paranoid that first night. And after that, he kind of completely isolated himself. Me and him actually had a couple hearts to heart, and we're totally good. I told him I forgive him, but I won't forget. And it was kind of nice because I was able to tell everyone he was my only target. I kind of started trying to use it as a gameplay move. Like, hey, I'm only targeting Josh. So if you're safe if I stay in this house. Like Jillian, who knows? But
Got you. Comedy Jonah, who does shows with me, wants to know, do you know who took the 25K in the baskets, and did you think about the temptation? So, do you know now that you're out of the house so were you surprised to find out?
I thought it was Josh. That was the only thing in my head that made sense. Like he went for the golden apple, then he was like, damn it, people are gonna be mad at me. I need a reason. Let's blame Megan. Like I literally thought that's what happened. He threw it to guarantee his safety. And he had it like that. That was all I was convinced of. And then Kevin got it, and I was like, okay, I'm cool with that too.
Okay. What, and was there even a part of you, even for a second, that was like, I should take this temptation? Really? Not, see now, and I don't even tend to call myself a super fan, even though I've watched since the first season, I would have been like this, Megan. Yes, Julie, I'm ready. Julie, I'm ready. There's probably no chance I'm winning, so just give me the 25,000. Go, Julie, I'm ready. I would just be slamming the shit out of that buzzer. Because she said no one's gonna find out. I'd have been like, gimme, gimme.
Yeah, but she said there was going to be an individual and a group punishment. And I had this thing in my head. I was like, everyone who pushes the button is gonna be screwed over somehow. I was wrong, but it wasn't worth it to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's very easy for me to say what I would do sitting back at home. Like, that's what I think I would do, but you're right. I'm sure you're just over analyzing everything. I feel like being a super fan in that game is a curse. I know a lot of people think it's a blessing, but you are just thinking of like every twist on every season and what are they, and there's just probably so much in your head that it screws with you a lot.
I'm also starting to think like blue hair might be cursed. You know, me, Joey, like.
Oh, please don't compare yourself to Joey. Don't do it. Mm-mm. 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 She was the one who was like, I like to recycle. No, she can go. She was like, I'm off the show, and never acknowledging another fan. And then literally she got off, never acknowledged fans, and then when it came time for America's Favorite Player, all of a sudden was like, hi everybody, I'm back. Everyone should vote for me. Go away.
I've literally been on Snapchat responding to every single person that Snapchats me. It's been the hardest, most difficult thing to keep up with.
You need to let it go right now. That is one of the hardest things that I ever had to deal with as an emotional person is the guilt of I always want to reply to everybody and you just can't.
Yeah, I gave up on responding to everyone on Twitter. I gave up to responding to everyone on Instagram. Snapchat, I still haven't given up.
I see a lot of people asking like variations, so let's start here. Linda wants to know, what did you think of the Den of Temptation? Like, did you think that was an interesting twist? Or have you not seen it yet if you didn't watch your...
I haven't even seen the show. I've been watching the feeds. So, and then my sister kind of informs me what goes on in the show. I'm probably going to watch it this weekend, like get a bottle of wine and just do it.
Well,
but
here's a picture of it for you. I don't know how well you can see it, but that's the little Den of Temptation. What did you think of the overall theme? I see V Caprio, I think, wants to know, what did you think of the overall theme of the house this year? Did you like it?
I loved it. I thought it was amazing. The apples everywhere, the money on the wall. Like, fun fact, there's $4,400 of money on that wall.
Oh, and as a super fan, you know that's never gonna be a question. That is just something we're gonna have to watch Paul run around the house and count and memorize and all of it, and it'll never happen.
Oh yeah, I tried to count all the apples. I was doing all that weird super fan stuff.
I also see a lot of people, just complete side note, love your necklace.
Oh, got it at Target. Like, I actually wear a lot of these big, huge, chunky necklaces, but they
Uh-huh.
wouldn't let me on the show because they'd interfere with the microphone. See?
Yes, they would. Like it. A lot of people like, so there you go, everyone. Target. I love this question from Big Zilla wants to know if you could come up with a temptation and a curse for the house. Any ideas what you would do? If you can't think of both, you could just do one or the other. A temptation or a curse for the house.
I think something kind of fun would be like you get to give someone a never have not pass.
Okay.
Not for yourself, but the curse that you get is that you're always a have not.
Oh, so like you have the option to give someone a never not have not pass, but then when you give it, you're ooh.
Right. And you know Raven would get that and I would laugh my little butt off.
Well, you mean you think Raven would get not having it for the whole season? But who would give it to her then? Then who would be the one that gets screwed in Onslaught?
I have no idea.
Nah.
But I've seen like 5 people saying on the live feeds that they would like give up their game for Raven to win, which
What?
yeah.
Who?
Cody, Matt, Mark, and Elena.
Okay, what am I missing? I'm not trying to be shady. What am I missing about Raven? Because, well, number one, have you just didn't watch yesterday's or episode or none at all? Okay. Wait until you see, I wish I had it here to pull up, but I don't. Raven with her long, oh, but you were there then, with her hair down, had no clue who it was. Honest to God, was like, I don't know who this person is. But now when I see her on the show and she's with Matt, like they're basically showmancing now together, I don't get it. What am I missing about Raven? Does she have a very dynamic personality that's just not coming through on the show or feeds? Because she just seems annoying to me.
She's a huge sweetheart and she has a big heart, but it gets really annoying that she talks about how she's dying all the time. Like, that's all we ever heard from her in the first week. I have gastroparesis. I even know what the name of it is off the top of my head. And then she has another disease that only 2 families in the world have, and she's gonna die soon, and she's okay with it, and I'm dying, and she's a sweetheart. I love her, but I think she's using it as almost a game move, which is kind of brilliant.
Well, 100%. I think ever going back to Matt Hoffman's wife with the leg, people like to use injuries for America's favorite player, really. I'm almost sure it is a play for America's favorite player. What do you think as a super fan? Do you feel like America's favorite player is a good thing? Or if you had the power to remove it from the game, would you remove America's favorite player from the game?
Just because of James and Natalie last season, I say it's gotta go.
We love you, Megan. If anybody is even in this chat room like, oh my god, I wasn't sure how I feel about Megan, get on board, because she thinks what we all think, everyone. All right, now, I might have closed this chapter yesterday or last week. I know you're not going to know what I'm talking about, but I'll just say, what was it like for you when this one came in the house?
Oh my god, I love Nicole so much!
And we lost you again.
Okay, so last season, I didn't love her. Like, but her first season, oh, she was America's sweetheart. How could you not love her? But if I swear to God, when I was watching the feeds last season, if I heard Corey one more time, I was gonna shoot my computer.
Yeah, well, but she was nice, but moral of the story is, She was lovely coming into the house with you this season. Did you feel like, oh, she was, I mean, I guess she can't really be that supportive, but was she like friendly and nice to you guys?
Oh
And,
yeah,
like,
she
yeah.
was so nice. And she's so awkward. Like she had to read her stuff like 20 times because she was so nervous. It was the cutest thing.
Oh God, I'm so thirsty.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna move on. B Hoot wants to. Oh, I don't think we actually can ask that.
Save it for the after show.
Yeah, we'll save it for the after show. I don't think we can ask that question. She wanted to know what day you left, but no, we'll save that. Are there any former house guests that you wish would have been in the house this season? Is there anybody that you wish you would have played with?
Well, when I did my interviews, I actually said Paul because I'm just a huge fan of him. But if I can't have Paul, give me Victor.
Really? You
He's
are
just a beautiful man.
Really?
Yeah, I just think he's pretty.
Don't get me wrong. I love Victor, but I want to see you more with like a Matt.
Yeah, Matt is.
I want to see you more with a Matt. A lot of people are asking this too. What is in the tank behind you? Obviously it's a fish tank, right?
Oh yeah, I gotta go this way.
Yes,
I have a beta fish in there. And he has like a couple ghost shrimp friends and like a couple like sucker fishes for algae. And I also have a big, huge 60-gallon tank in the living room. I'm like a huge fish person. So, yeah.
And you told me before, 4 dogs.
4 dogs, yeah.
4 dogs, everyone. Perfect.
3 German Shepherds and a lab pit mix.
Love it. Who do you want to stay in touch with? Bruno's wants to know. Is there, like, do you want to stay in touch with your whole entire cast? Or is there any, like, 1 or 2 people that you're like, ooh, I really bonded a lot with them?
I really, really bonded with Jillian. Like, me and her were getting really, really close. And we are already making plans of, like, me going to Vegas and her coming to Arizona. She's a dud on the show, I know, but she's a sweetheart despite being a Trump supporter.
Oh,
but
God, why?
but I really loved Alex. Alex is a sweetheart and she's savage. I just love how savage she is. But for the most part, I love everyone. I got along really well with everyone. Well, Cody not so much, but everyone else was fantastic.
See, here's my first question, and I'm sure you can answer this. Did she tell all of you in the house that she was a Trump fan? Because I feel like that report or story was just fake. Like, someone just made it up to try and screw with votes. Like, did she actually say in the house, I'm a Trump fan?
No, we didn't get to politics once, which actually surprised me.
I don't know that I necessarily believe it then. Here's my bigger problem with Jillian. She is just like, I can't wait to be on the block against Megan because I know that I can beat her. But we're friends. We're best friends. And now I'm going to be on the block with Alex. And I can't wait. Oh, I mean, you haven't even seen it. Wait until you watch the show. She loves being on the block with all her friends because she can destroy all of you. And she'll totally beat you all. But she's not saying it in a mean way. She's saying it in like her Jillian way of like, I love that she's on the block next to me because I'm totally going to win. I don't know where I am right now.
Oh my God.
And I'm just like, wait until you watch it. She's like, oh God, Megan left. Now I gotta find someone else I can beat. Alex! Okay, great, I'm gonna beat Alex. And then, spoiler alert, Alex wins POV. And then she's like, oh no, now who? Now who? Like, it's funny. You have to, like, I don't know what's going on with her.
Oh my God. I'm gonna look forward to this bottle of wine this weekend.
Here's what you should do. So I'm just throwing it out there. Fans might love it. You should like watch it on Periscope or something. Or like even here, like you should watch it and let fans let you watch it. Watch it with you is what I'm saying. At the same time.
I will totally do that. I actually stream on Twitch sometimes, so
there
maybe I'll do like I'll
Twitch.
play Minecraft and watch the show or something.
No, just stream it and talk. Save that for later. If you do that, tell us and we'll tweet it out and we'll help you get the word out for that. Oh my God, chat room's going crazy. Chat room loves that idea.
Okay, we'll get drunk together with my bottle of wine and we'll Periscope it this weekend. deal.
There you go. Deal, everyone. Bear Cat Fool 18 wants to know, did you watch Over the Top? Big Brother Over the Top? The online
So I
one.
actually applied for Over the Top and I got pretty far and didn't make it, and I was so heartbroken I couldn't watch it.
Really?
I was packed and ready to go and I didn't make it. So I was so
Well,
heartbroken I couldn't.
I don't know how heartbroken you should be because
Yes, it's
I'm
true.
sure if you, and I love OTT and I love 80% of that cast, but I'm sure if you asked any one of them, they would all say they would rather be in your position, being on 19 than OTT. I mean,
Probably.
OTT is really the bastard stepchild of Big Brother. Um, Oh, okay, got that. All right, let's go super quickly because oh my god, we only have like 15 minutes left. Let's just go really quickly and get your impressions on people. What are your thoughts on Jason?
He's crazy. He actually brought like a bunch of his like cowboy stuff and
Mm-hmm.
was like running around the house in it. He's a funny guy. I had a real hard time like trying to bond with him though at first until he found out I wanted to be a veterinarian a while ago, and we kind of were talking about farm animals and castrating them.
I really liked him until I heard him not say such great words.
Oh, yeah, he said that before the live feeds, and Ramsey was sitting right there, and we all kind of warned him, like, because Ramsey was cool with it. He wasn't saying it derogatory towards anyone.
I know.
But we warned him, like, do not say that once the live feeds start, or it's going to be bad. And he kind of explained, I'm not that kind of person and stuff,
You're that
but
kind of person.
yeah,
You're saying it. He's fag, everyone. He said fag.
yes.
He says he's not a fag a lot, let's put it that way. It's still, even if you removed that word and just said, I'm not gay, even if he just walked around and was like, I'm not gay, as if meaning if I was gay, I'd be less than a man. No douche. So, moving on. Crazy Josh!
Obviously, I really didn't like him at first. He kind of blew up my entire game, with him yelling at me and running to Cody and stuff like that. 'Cause my sister did tell me about that. But I think he has a huge heart in the end. I really do. And I think the game just got to him, and I have nothing but respect for him.
I think you and Josh will be great friends after the show. Like, I really do think you guys will be great friends. What do you think of Jessica?
I don't like a lot of the comments she's been making. And and Cody straight up said he wanted nothing to do with her outside of the house, and she's still hanging on to him, which
I think Jessica's just there for, she just wants to be a social media star.
yeah.
I
I mean,
think that's what she's there for.
I thought she was going to be a huge bitch when I first saw her. And then I started kind of getting to know her, and I was like, oh, okay, she's pretty cool. She's kind of a nerd. She likes Star Wars. She likes Star Trek. She loves Harry Potter. And then the real feelings started to come out, and I was like, yep, I was right.
Yeah, I don't think it's hard for her to hold back who she really is. Jillian.
Jillian is a sweetheart. I love her. As a fan, she's kind of a dud. But as a person, I love her, and I'm actually really looking forward to talking to her outside the house.
Dominique, we know in your top 3.
Oh, that girl saved my life in that house. Like, me and her had so many sit down conversations where like things were getting really rough for me, and she would sit there and like pray for me and talk to me and stuff. And we had some really, really good conversations. I love her to death. I just think she's a beautiful person.
I think I think she's like a secret psychologist. I think she's like, yes, tell me more of your problems.
She really is.
I'm going to document them all. I
I
will
do.
not use them against you later.
I hope
love
she
it.
does.
I hope she does too. Well, I think she's great. What about Elena?
Elena's she's got a really big personality. I don't know if you
Right.
can see what I'm trying to do with
Oh,
my
we
chest
get
here.
it. We got it when you just said big.
I think like the first night the HOH room was open, she was jumping up and down on the bed shirtless.
Mm-hmm. Oh, really?
Yeah, that
For
was a
Mark?
thing that
Did
happened.
she want Mark around for that?
No. Well, it's weird because at first she wanted nothing to do with Mark, and then I had a conversation with her where I told her who all the alliances were because I had already figured it out at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And I already predicted the Dominique and Mark thing happening too, and I told her about that. And yeah,
Just
I
based on
had
the
this on
fact.
log.
Well, I mean, I don't know how more people aren't realizing it. They go and play chess for like an hour and a half at a time, and
Yeah.
Mark's one of the people playing chess. Like
But I did
checkmate.
warn her about all that, and I was like, you might want to get closer to Mark because he'll probably be able to protect you. And after that, their relationship started getting a bit more serious. So I'm hoping it's just a gameplay move on her part,
I
and
think
she's
it.
doing something smart.
I think it probably is Christmas.
I adore that girl. I'm so mad her foot is broken because I was so looking forward to her beast moding these comps. I wanted to work with her so badly. We have so much in common, and I think we would have done really, really well together.
Mm.
But she kind of got pulled into that bigger alliance before I was able to really secure anything.
I really hope she stays. I really hope she stays in the game. But then again, I feel like if Big Brother said you can definitely come back next season, if you leave now, I would totally leave and take all this knowledge with me and come back next season and start
Right.
over. Especially, I don't know how well she's going to do on physical comps. But I also think it's stupid that let's say she stays, it absolutely blows my mind that anybody in this house would vote her out. She's on crutches, dum-dums. You're going
Yeah.
to vote the crutches girl out? Over Jillian, who could
Yeah.
probably win something, maybe.
Maybe.
What do you think of Alex?
I love her. She's feisty and she's conniving and oh, I'm looking forward to great things from her. And I really hope she's targeting those showmances like we talked about.
What did you think of Cameron and his short time in the house?
If you're referring to his striptease,
Anything. What was he? I mean, we didn't really get to see a lot because we didn't get any of him on the feeds, obviously. So, I mean, what was he nice? Like, did you like him?
I actually really liked him. Me and Alex and Ramsey were talking about bringing him in. We thought he'd be a great addition because he's obviously a big fan of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Me and him are both Redditors.
Okay.
So I
Uh-oh.
actually know his Reddit name and I've been looking out for him to see if he's gotten on Reddit yet, and he hasn't. So I'm still around on Reddit, so don't think I'm not reading all the crap y'all are talking.
Reddit hates me. You probably know. No. I'm sorry, Big Brother Reddit hates me because
Yeah.
I'm never on board with who Reddit likes.
Oh, I know.
Whoever Reddit likes, I'm anti that, and then so people don't like me.
As a
Whatever.
Redditor, they all disagree with me too, so I feel like we might be on the same page.
We're on the same. It's just Big Brother. I love all other subreddits. I'm on Reddit
Oh,
all
yeah.
the time, but just the Big Brother one I stay away from. Um. Okay. Who's next? Matthew.
I just want to lick his skin off. Like,
Oh
can I
yeah.
just? Oh, when I saw him during that like trapeze comp, oh my.
Yeah.
I think
I-
I fell in love for like a minute.
Yeah, and he's much different. Like, we really don't get to see a ton of him on the feeds. He also hasn't had a ton of airtime.
No.
But from the little bit that I've seen of him, I feel like we're not really getting to know who he is yet. And he needs more time. We need to break up these showmances so we can start seeing other people playing the game.
Yeah.
Mark.
He has the biggest heart out of anyone I have
Mm-hmm.
ever seen in my entire life. I don't know how he does it. I mean, I wish I loved like Mark loves.
I completely agree. Kevin.
Kevin's my pick for America's favorite. I absolutely love him. I've actually been talking to his family on Twitter. They're absolutely amazing,
Mhm.
and his stories are so fantastic. And also, I'm pretty sure he was in the mob.
Oh, I'm convinced he's a serial killer, and that's the story that I go with. Him and Jason, serial killers. Cody. Raven. Good. I was like, I didn't want to talk about him. Raven.
Okay, good. Raven's sweet. I don't know. I wish she would stop talking about how she's dying all
Right.
the time.
Ramses.
I love him. He got everyone in the house running around dancing. It's lit. It's lit. It's lit.
How
It
could you not
was
love
it was a
him?
lot of fun.
And obviously, we know what you think about Paul. Like overall, even though you didn't want any vets back, knowing it had to happen, Paul, good choice.
I love Paul. I like as a fan, like I am a super fan of Paul. I was the first person to hug him when he walked in that door. Other
Mm-hmm.
people are trying to get to him and I was like, "Nope, nope, mine."
I see a lot of people want to know if you had won the first HOH, who would you have targeted?
That's easy. Cody, Mark, and Matt.
Cody, Mark, and Matt. Ooh, I love that. I love just because I want a girl to win. Like we need girls to win, and
That's
they never seem to go after the strong guys when they get in
Nope.
power.
That was my first pick. I was like, I'm gonna put Cody and Mark up, and if one comes down, then it's gonna be Matt.
Cody, I agree with you. I mean, I would have hoped it was Cody. I would have hoped it was Cody. All right, let's do this because we only have like 10 minutes until Big Brother starts. I know people want to go get ready for Big Brother, but I will first say, patrons, when Big Brother ends, Megan and I will be back for the after show in the patron group. But is there anything that, you want to say to your fans? Like, is there any message or like anything that you want to say to them? You have thousands of people watching you.
Oh God. I just want to say thank you for the overwhelming support. There have been a few trolls and assholes, but for the most part, all of you guys have been absolutely amazing, completely supportive, and I love you all, and I just want to say thank you. And I felt horrible when I had to leave because I did have that I took someone's spot. I didn't deserve to be here thoughts, and a lot of you said, no, girl, you did it. You did the best you could. You couldn't have known better. And I really appreciate that. I love you guys.
I see, I think, Barefoot says I think sums it up perfectly when she just says, thank you, for, your courage and being a voice for people. And I think that you are. I think you are very inspirational for you. And I am very much of everything happens for a reason, whether it's good or bad for us at the moment. But like you said, I think you have the ability to help a lot of people, even if it's not one-on-one. I think you've opened up a dialogue into abuse, into post-traumatic stress, into mental illness that I think is a great topics that need to not have such a stigma attached to them when people have conversations. So
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I hope that you will come back again and talk more of this season with us because first of all, we love you.
Yay! Well, anytime you want me, you got my number. Send me a text. I'll be on.
I think we have to have Megan on all the time. You would definitely be back. Let's tell the people where they can find you on social media. And let's start with your Twitch because I think that's most important.
I'm actually probably gonna start a new Twitch because
Oh.
my old one, it's really weird and awkward, and I don't think y'all need to see that. So I'm probably gonna start a new one.
Okay, so let's go with Twitter, where you'll tweet out your new
Yes.
Twitch, which, of course, your Twitter is right above you. But for the people that are listening audio on iTunes, where can they find you on Twitter?
It's at Megan Ann BB19.
And is that the only, what about Snapchat? You said you're on Snapchat too, right?
Yes, it's Forest with a PH, so PHOREST 89. I randomly add people on there all the time, and I respond to everyone that Snapchats me. Even if you snap me multiple times, I keep trying to respond. I'm terrible.
And as Megan's, I can't think of a better word, manager, I'm going to say she's going to try as best she can.
Yes,
Don't
I
get your
try.
feelings hurt if she can't. She's just one person.
Let me look really quick. I think I have over 150 right now.
Exactly. And you got stuff to do, Megan.
No, I got it down to 69. I'm doing good.
Okay, you're doing good. You are doing very good then. I'm just going to throw this in here because I do see it was one of your most questions that a lot of super fans wanted to know. What was your favorite season of Big Brother?
Oh, 10.
Really?
Easily
10?
season
Easily
10.
10. Okay, that's good to know. Look, we're gonna have to have Megan back on again. If I would have thought about this better, everyone, we would have had Megan on, not when we had Big Brother starting at 8 p.m. So we're going to have Megan back on, but make sure you guys are following Megan on all social media so that you can keep up with everything that she's doing. If Twitch happens this weekend, I'll be there. I hope you guys come and watch it with us. I'm going to say congratulations to Jan Solo, who is your #1 fan on this show. Congratulations, Jan Solo. You will be getting the autograph and a special surprise from Megan. Check that out. Will you be... Oh, well, now I guess you won't be live tweeting Big Brother because you're still stepping away.
Oh,
but okay,
yeah.
Megan is going to take a little break right now, and then patrons, we will be back in an hour for the after show. Bye, everybody. I hope you guys had fun. We'll see you guys. I'll see you guys back here tomorrow for another show. Maybe Megan will surprise us. Who knows? Bye, everybody. Bye, guys.